There are two main events that really get me hyped in FIFA Ultimate Team, one being Team of the Year, which has gone and passed, and the other being Team of the Season, which is only a few months away. Today, I'm letting you all know that I'm starting my preparation for Team of the Season, and in this video, I will show you exactly what I'm doing. But before we do get into the video, if you're looking to get some very easy coins, which saves you from having to make some of the moves in which we're going to be talking about within this video, then there is no better place than Mule Factory. Head over there to get yourself some cheap, fast FIFA 22 coins, completely reliable, and if you use Fnatic5 at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 5% discount. Link can be found in the description down below. Getting back into the video. If you don't know what Team of the Season is, that's perfectly fine. It's very similar to what we just had with Team of the Year, where we're given a team filled with high-rated versions of players who have performed the best throughout the year, whereas Team of the Season is exactly the same, except it's based on players who have performed the best for each league for that season. This will include a full starting 11, subs, reserves, and there may even be some honorable mentions such as players as part of objectives or SBCs. This happens for a number of leagues, which does include the top 5 major leagues plus some of the other not so popular leagues. And when this promo does start, you will be able to get one of these teams every week, but quickly ramps up to 2 of these teams every single week. And yes, it does sound a bit excessive, but this is also the last major promo that we get for the end of FIFA 22 Ultimate Team. This will lead to one of the biggest crashes you've ever seen, and probably the last final big crash that we will have within FIFA 22. But will also give loads of insanely great players that you can use, being high rated 80 players and above. Now, for a lot of people, that may sound very exciting, and of course you want to know when this is all going to start. And if we go and head over to the FIFA 22 calendar, it is predicted to start on April the 29th, which is a Friday, and goes all the way to June 17th. Now, this is just an educated guess based on what we've had within previous years for Team of the Season, so it's not likely to be those exact dates, but it always does happen at some point at the end of April, beginning of May, which does mean at the time recording this video, there is only 2 months until everything kicks off. And within those 2 months, I'm going to be doing a couple things. Firstly, I'm going to spend time trading. This makes no difference to what I currently do on a day-by-day basis anyway, but I'm going to try and get as many coins as possible and just have them within my club to make even more trades. I'm not actually looking to buy any other types of players other than the players that I am trading with. I have already gone through a number of different trading methods here on this channel, which show you how to do some basic low-budget methods to start getting some coins into your account, but quickly ramps up to other trading methods where you can make 10, 20, 30k plus on just one player. A few weeks back, I did buy into the current team that I'm using, and it did cost me quite a bit, being 3 million coins. This sent me all the way back to 0. But since then, I've managed to build this up, get to around 800k, and I'm now trading with icons, which is able to give me a lot more coins per player, and I'm able to ramp this up quite quickly. Hopefully by the time Team of the Season comes round, this will be around 2 to 3 million coins ready to buy into Team of the Season players, as well as any other types of events that happen during Team of the Season, whether that be SBCs or different type of objectives. It's always good to have coins within your account during this time, because there's also a big part of this which will lead to a market crash. About a month before Team of the Season happens, players start to sell off their teams. They start to get rid of the players within their club so that they can have the most amount of coins to buy into Team of the Season players, or even just buy back some of the players that they already have but for a fraction of the price. So just by getting those coins into the account now, watching everything drop over the next couple months is just a smart way to go about things. The second thing that I'm doing is actually sticking to my main team, and I know I did just say that for a lot of players they do sell their team a month before, but me personally, I'm not going to. This is why I'm trying to double down on trading. I'm not looking to sell my current players, and I'm not looking to buy any more. With some of the players that I do have, they could sell for a couple 100,000 coins if I was to sell them now. But I do think over the next 2 months, with how much I'm playing FIFA, going through rivals, FUT champions, squad battles, and other types of game modes, with how much I'm playing with these players, they pretty much pay for themselves. And even with the likes of Messi, I did originally buy him at 400k. He's now about 150k on Xbox. It's not a crazy jump for him to go down much further. Even if Messi was to go down to less than 10,000 coins, I really don't care too much about losing 150k on him because of the amount of games I have played with him. He's probably already paid those coins back. Same with some of the other players such as Di Natale. He's also about 100 to 150k and probably will drop, but it really doesn't matter because with him dropping in that price, I'm able to get those coins back quite easily just by playing matches with him. For the rest of the players within my team, some of them are tradable, but most of them are untradeable, so it doesn't make any difference whether or not I try to get rid of them. They don't actually have any coins within them, they have no value. The only value that I can get out for them is using them within SBCs, and as things currently stand, it doesn't make sense for me to use them to do that. The next thing that I'm doing, and very similar to Team of the Year, is I'm stacking as many packs as possible. This being any type of gold pack, no matter what game mode I get it from, being SBCs, squad battles, division rivals, or FUT champions, or even objectives, is getting stored to my club. It could be tradable or untradeable, it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to be opening any of these packs. I'm just going to be storing them in my club, stacking them up, and as soon as Team of the Season comes around, that's when I will be opening them. Now, even though this is very similar to Team of the Year, it's also slightly different because Team of the Year is only one team. EA, as part of the Team of the Year promo, will release attackers, midfielders, defenders all separately, and then for the final week they'll release the full team. With Team of the Season, the full team is available straight away, but it's only for one league. They normally start off with a community Team of the Season, which is based on players' votes, and even though this kicks off the promo and there's quite a bit of hype, it's not normally the team that includes some of the best players and the most desirable players. From here, every week, EA will release a new team, being the Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, and even include some of the other not so popular leagues as part of this. And eventually, right at the end of Team of the Season, they'll release the Ultimate Team of the Season. And this includes all the highest rated players that were part of all those other previous teams. Now, if you was looking to get the very best players, you could hold out until the Ultimate Team of the Season, but it's not recommended in this case. This is a 2-month long promo, so even though we're preparing now, we would only have to wait 2 months until the Community Team of the Season. For the Ultimate Team of the Season, from this point, you're going to have to wait 4 months. That's a lot longer. It's recommended to stick to the leagues that you enjoy playing with or the leagues that you enjoy watching the most within real life and using your packs to open during that team when it's active. So normally I don't like the Community Team of the Season. I think it's a great way to kick the Team of the Season off, but I just don't want those types of players because it's from all different types of leagues. But I do enjoy using the Premier League. So for that second week, that is when I'll open pretty much every single one of my packs. I'll open all the packs that I managed to save up in hopes that I can get a Premier League Team of the Season player. That does mean that I don't have packs available for La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga, and all the Ultimate Team of the Season, but I will still be going through SBCs, squad battles, division rivals, FUT champions. So I will still have packs coming in, it's just not the huge bulk of packs that I initially saved up. So even though it is very similar to what we did with Team of the Year, it's not exactly the same. There's a different way in which I tend to open my packs for Team of the Season compared to what I did with Team of the Year. Team of the Year, I would just need to wait an extra week to get the full Team of the Year, and it normally works out well with me, especially this year where we did manage to get quite a few honorable mentions, and we also managed to get a Team of the Year player being Donnarumma. And typically with Team of the Season, I tend to do a lot better, not just in saving packs despite it being a shorter period in which I have time to prepare, but also because it is the end of the year, it seems like EA are slightly more generous. You have a much higher chance of being able to get these Team of the Season players because it is the end of Ultimate Team. Admittedly, for a lot of these players that you will be able to pack, whether them be high rated 80s or even starting to get to some of the 90 rated players, they do not go for a crazy amount. Remember, this is the end of the year, so the interest and the desire for these players may be high, but it's nothing compared to what we've had for some of those promos that were released at the beginning of FIFA 22. So you may be able to pack a player with a fairly high rated card, looks great and probably plays amazing in Ultimate Team, but they will be listed for less than 100k. Of course, anything such as your Kantes, your Messis, your Mbappes, anything that already has a high price tag, it does mean once it does come for them getting Team of the Season players, which I think is likely, it does lead to them still being expensive. They will still be millions of coins, or at least high 900k and somewhere around there. The last thing to say is, for some of you watching this video, it may seem a bit early. This is just me acknowledging that I'm starting my grind. I'm starting to save packs. There are some promos which some of you may enjoy between now and the release of Team of the Season. For example, we do have FUT Birthday, which always ends up being big. There's always some great players as part of SBCs, and EA does release some free packs for you to open. But for me personally, whenever FUT Birthday has arrived within previous years, it ends up being a week or two of some entertainment with quite a few players, and then what I tend to do is just never use those players again. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's the exact same with me this year. So the choice of you starting your preparation for Team of the Season is entirely up to you. I just know I probably won't get into some of these other promos as much as what I will get into for Team of the Season. So it just makes sense for me as of right now to store some of these packs, just keep them and save them even when it does come to other types of promos being released, such as FUT Birthday. Anyway guys, here are all the different steps that I'm taking as of right now to prepare for Team of the Season. I'm looking to trade and double down to get as many coins as possible. I'm looking to keep my team, not buy anyone new, but also not sell anyone. And I'm looking to store as many packs as possible so that I can open them once Team of the Season does come around. Let me know in the comment section down below whether or not you're starting your preparation for Team of the Season, or whether or not you're going to hold off a bit longer whilst other promos are getting released. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.